Coming at you with another episode of Life After the Feds, man. I'm your host, Sam Sneed. Today I got one of my good friends. I'm happy to call him my brother, man. We did some time together, man. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
My name is Shawn Wright, Kansas City. How you doing, Mr. Sneed?
That's right. That's right. My Kansas City partner, man. Um, Me and you did we did time at Big Springs, and we also went to the drug program together. Um, you know, that in itself was a hell of an experience being out there, West Texas, you know what I mean, in that environment, that hostile environment. Um, but I want to talk about you being home. Let the people know how much time you did and what did you go for?
Uh, I did two separate federal bids. I did a total of 17 years. First case I went for conspiracy to distribute crack cocaine, drug trafficking with a firearm. My second case was drug trafficking with a firearm. So I ended up doing um 11 years on my first one, and I did 6 on my second one.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Back to back. So you came home, right? I know you had your children and your mother, them, they waiting there for you. You get home. Tell me about the feeling of coming home. I'm saying the first bit, coming home after doing 11 years on that first bit. You coming home, you got a child, your family. What's your mind state? Where's your mind at?
It was overwhelming at first. It was like real. It was emotional. Then it kind of sank that, man, I gotta make a way for my kids, for me, for my mom. It was rough at first, man. It was real. It was rough, but through all actuality of it, it was a it was a you had to I had to get into progress immediately.
Right. Right. You had to get in, the mix. Like
I had to get in the mix immediately.
Yeah. Okay. So you home now. Did you have to go to the halfway house? Your first number coming home?
Yeah, my first number coming home, I went to the halfway house. Yeah.
Right.
I did they gave me 6 months in the halfway house. So yeah, I ended up doing 6 months in the halfway house. But it was still like to the point where everything was so in shambles. Like the family wise, like it was I felt obligated to make something happen immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta be the breadwinner to pull my people about the situation.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Right.
May in the right thought, but it was my first thought.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. And during that time in the halfway house, did you have to get a job in there?
I had to get a job.
Right.
I had to get a job. I had to basically walk the straight and narrow so I wouldn't be confined back to the penitentiary. So
Right.
it was rules and regulations that had to be followed as far as the halfway house go. But yeah, I had to get a job. That was first and foremost. I had to get clothes. I had to get because I came home to nothing.
Yeah.
I had to work basically against the clock that I done lost. So
Yeah.
I had to get reintegrated in just life, period. I didn't have clothes, I didn't have shoes. So it was just like, man, it was rough getting back right right out back to the halfway house.
Right.
Yeah.
She was like,
You did the 6 months halfway house. Bam. Okay. You out now. Now it's like, okay, I ain't got you on my back. It's time to get back to it. This where you at.
Man, and then in the same process, my second child was being born.
So you got a baby on. You got another baby.
Another baby on the way.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like really wild knowing before I even got out the halfway house, I had another child on the way.
So that's on top of everything else
that's on top of everything else that I'm already thinking of, like, hey, I gotta make some shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bam, you out. You back to the streets. You know what I'm saying? You back. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go into detail with all that, but you back. All right.
Back.
How long were you back for when you got your next case?
I was back for 18 months.
18 months after doing 11. All right. So boom. You get your time for you said what was that for?
I got caught with a firearm and some marijuana, drug trafficking with a firearm.
Okay. Bam. So now you got to go do this time.
Yep.
Fast forward. Here we go. You know, and while you sitting there, your mind is processing everything that's happened over and over. You know what I'm saying? The situation may have changed for you being there, but now you back into the same situation. You hear me?
Yeah.
So now we like this. Okay, well, what moves we got to make now? Because the situation still got to either is it better now or we're gonna be in the same situation coming back. You hear me? So here you coming home.
Yeah.
Get home now. Did you have to go back to the halfway house?
I had to go back to the halfway house.
Oh.
I went back to the halfway house out after my second bid.
Uh-huh.
So, bam. I was in a little bit better situation coming out this time.
Got you.
I had accumulated a lot, and then I had ended up meeting, a nice woman that kind of made sure that this bid I came home to a little more than what I had coming home last time.
Right. Right.
It was I came back to the halfway house. I still was in a bad spot. I had lost a lot then too, because I had accumulated a lot. I had a lot before I went back on that second.
Uh-huh.
So you know how it is with family, and then people you trust, they take and they take.
Yeah.
I lost a lot, but I still came home with a little better situation than I did the first time.
Right. Right.
So I wasn't really too pressed to just run back to what I knew.
Yeah.
I'm saying it was more me finding a job and just taking baby steps. And I've been out a lot longer than I was on my first one.
Right.
So I've been out like 3 years now out of this one. So I got a lot better situation than I did versus the first time.
Right. So you started what did you start? An entertainment business? What did you start?
Started a entertainment business. I'm on One Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a nice entertainment company going, and we promote shows, comedy shows, and that forth.
Right.
We create experiences.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Kansas City. I'm about to come out there and check you out.
Yeah.
It's been in the making.
We're working on the lounge next.
Got you. So now you come home this time. your daughter, she's about your oldest, maybe. What is she about? 24, 25?
22 now. She was when I left, she was 2. I came home, she was 12. She was 13. I
Right.
went back. I come home. She was 20 years old. Now she about to be 23.
About to be 23. How was that relationship? Like,
Oh man, it was she was with me on my second go round when I went back.
right,
I got pulled over with her in the car. So it kind of put a strain on our relationship.
right.
But it's amazing, man. The woman she become and her understanding, it's been great, man. We repaired a lot of things in our relationship, so we in a lot better space now than we were back then, But it was rough at first, you know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
too, but she doing amazing things too, man. First
That's,
mom on one entertainment.
it's like I know her, from us sharing stories about
Hey,
our,
bro.
our kids.
Bro.
So I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear she became a great woman, and doing her thing, man. That's
She
old as the youngest one now.
she 9.
9?
9, amazing too, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
smart, man.
I'm glad. I'm glad y'all got to repair some things in that relationship. It's all about always still building with your kids, even though they grown. Let's build, figure out what direction we going in. You know, can we work together or what you got going on? You know,
Yeah,
let me ask you about uh your time now, the time that you was gone. Did you lose any loved ones or did anyone pass away while you was gone that really meant something to you?
that's some of the strenuous mess involved, man. Yeah, I lost a lot of homies.
Yeah,
Some would call brothers. I lost my mama. I,
yeah,
I lost some good family, man. I lost my dad. I lost a lot of people, man, being in there, man. During that time, man, that's the crazy part about it, man. During time, man, you gonna lose somebody, especially if you do a lot of time, man. And
yeah.
that's can't get back those moments.
No, no.
And yeah, it was rough. I lost a lot of loved ones, man.
Um, how did you cope with it? Because I still have feelings like, when my mother passed away, we was both down there, and I still got feelings like, damn, I wish I could have been there. You know what I'm saying? You want to say your last words to your mother. You don't want to be somewhere in a fucking cell somewhere.
I was actually in the hole when my mama died.
Yeah,
So I was in the shoe. I couldn't call. I couldn't do nothing.
you
I
can't contact people
couldn't even contact nobody.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man. But that's the one. I try to get this point across to guys. It ain't just us anymore, or just us in situations. We all have we also have family members. That's during the time with us. Our mamas, baby, when you gonna come home, baby? When can I see you again? Because we be so far from where we be so far from where we located at. You know what I'm saying? You in Kansas City, we in Texas. You know what I'm saying?
12, 13 hours from the house.
You right. You basically got to plan a vacation to come for a visit. You know,
Most definitely.
um, I want to say, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of the things that you're doing with yourself, man. You staying out the way. You got your entertainment business going on, man. We had our talks. We had our talks about the things we wanted to do. You know what I mean? To keep pushing and stay on the right path. So I want to let you know that, dog.
Man, I'm proud of you too, bro. Like
Man,
I commend
man.
you. I commend you, bro. The strength the strength you exude. I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Bro. Um, you know, I always ask the guests I have on here, we all grew up in a rough environment coming up. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be kids that's gonna be in rough environments too. What would you tell like a younger cat that was like in the paint right now, or he didn't know what direction he wanted to go in, but you could save him some time and hurt? Like, bro, this is the direction you need to take. What would you tell him?
Everything that glitter ain't gold.
Right on.
You have to get a good understanding on the right path that you should take for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you may believe that the streets is the right way, or you may believe that hanging with your homies, or they really care about you. Man, when you in that cell, you go by yourself, you come out by yourself.
Yeah.
You got to make the right choice based on right from wrong. What you learn that's right from wrong. But sometimes them youngsters may not know, they didn't have nobody to teach them that.
Yeah.
So you gotta you I learned the hard way. And that was going to the penitentiary at a young age. And that wasn't the way that I really wanted to learn how to be a man. I rather chose to be that out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, lead that streets is better than the streets. I wish I would have stayed a square.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where I was.
Like I always tell guys, man, square dudes out here, they living good too. They driving good cars, and they taking trips. They
Yeah,
have women. They doing whatever they doing.
yeah.
And whatever they choose to do, and they ain't
And,
they back.
and they ain't looking for it from the penitentiary.
Yeah,
Yeah, they ain't throwing rocks at that motherfucker.
yeah, because if if we were guided right, we came up in an age where you got out there, young, you got out there at a real young age. So once you got out there, it wasn't no turning back, because once you start seeing things like, oh, I got more money than my old man or my pops or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to, he been working that job 40 years. I ain't about to do that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's a good thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. Let me ask you this. I always talk to another one of my guys, man, about this drug program.
Uh-huh.
And I always tell him like, the drug program was something interesting.
Yeah.
As in thinking. It made you really think. How did that impact some of your thinking, that drug program?
Because you remember, a lot of people took the drug program for the incentives.
Right.
They was getting time off. They was, you know what I'm saying, getting out early. I didn't get no time off.
Right.
So it helped me become well versed on my speaking, my
Yes.
patience, and having an understanding of how others think, evaluating behaviors. You know what I'm saying? So it helped me see things other than the street life I learned. It,
Yeah.
it helped me see how, the words that I may not have known the meaning of or the definition of, it helped me learn these types of things where I
Yeah.
could deal with corporate America maybe, or I could deal with identifying different behaviors in individuals. So
Right.
a lot of stuff of that nature.
Yeah. It definitely made me stronger in speaking with
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it wasn't that I was afraid of anyone. It was I was afraid to get up there and speak to someone. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And tell them my story. Because I always felt like you got to keep it to the chest. You
exactly.
chest always. but just sharing the story with guys that we also had the similar struggles in life. You know what I mean? And that was powerful. That was a powerful movement. And you had some good counselors, that
Yeah.
worked with you, and cared about you because they seen the struggle and they knew like, hey, you do
Yeah.
bad things, but it don't make you a bad person.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, they helped you. They helped. They saw that we were still people, not
right,
not just individuals in a uniform. You know what I'm saying? They
yeah,
they did. They had some good people, good counselors in there, man. For that, man, I appreciate that versatility from them.
yeah, definitely, man. I wanted to ask you another thing. While you were locked up, did you get any trades or anything while you was there?
Yeah, I gained building maintenance. I got they got had some good trade programs in there. I learned I got an electrical program. I got um the culinary arts. I did a few programs that I did get trades in.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I mean, yeah, but my true opinion, man, that was cool, but man, person need to stay out here. If you gonna do a trade in there, you might as well stay out here and do it.
You might as well stay out here and do it.
Might as well
For
stay here
man,
and do shit. I mean,
sure, man, because ain't no sense, the time that you waste in there. You know what I'm saying? It's always a waiting game. You know, you got to wait for a phone. You got to wait for, somebody to send you something. It's always a waiting game. You know what I mean? You
wait,
can't.
God, it's a waiting game.
Yeah. So it's a blessing that we was able to come out of that situation, even though we still had our mishaps, but come out the situation and still move and progress forward.
Yeah,
Fam, it just be amazing when I see dudes. You know what I mean? Not that I knock a motherfucker on whatever they doing, or knock a person on whatever they doing.
yeah,
You got to do what you got to do, but bro, you got to use the game as a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a plan. All right, I'm about to get this and move around. You know what I mean? Because ain't no sense of, you know, doing 20 years when it's bread out here. It's
yeah.
out here.
Legitimate paper.
Legitimate paper, man. Legitimate paper. You know,
These banks want to give away money so bad right now, just on different situations, and you able to show that actual plan, like you said, make the plan.
yeah.
Yeah,
You this was something that you had been working on, the entertainment.
I actually I came up with it being in there,
Uh-huh.
and like my daughter is a singer. I've been in around the entertainment industry a lot. Like my nephew, he a big rapper in Atlanta. Um, my sisters and them kind of like been around a lot of the entertainment business, but I felt like this was kind of my lane, like
Mm-hmm.
good with people, man. And I just like I feel as if my belief is that that's my lane.
Yeah.
So I kind of I'm putting a lot of more pressure on it now because it's probably gonna blow for me. That's where I want to be. So
Yeah.
yeah, I worked on it in there, but I put in the groundwork out here to do it.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you coming on here, man. Um, I'm gonna reach back out to you because I want to do a round table. I keep saying this, but I want to do a round table, with cats, and we just politic on ways to elevate and help each other. You know,
Most definitely,
so
most definitely, we got a bill.
yeah, I'll definitely be reaching out to you soon for another interview, man. But I appreciate you, my brother, man, and
I
many to you.
have a platform, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.